Wow, 40 dislikes versus 34 likes? Maybe Ruger does have a little fanboy following. After posting my shooting the Ruger SR22 fail video, I found a lot of negative feedback going on. A lot of people were telling me that my gun, it's crazy that my gun is failing to fire or failing to function in any way, because theirs runs perfectly and have no problem and shot over thousands of rounds through their gun. And it had to be either my fault or a lemon, and it's all like I was blaming, saying that the Ruger SR22 is a pile of garbage, and I never said that. I said I was disappointed. Another thing that I wanted to cover is the fact is it was failing to extract. It was failing to eject. And everybody kept telling me I need to replace the guide rod with a steel or metal guide rod. The guide rod has nothing to do with extraction or ejection of shells. That said, I did get a lot of positive support by people telling me that I need to just send my gun in for service to Ruger because they'll take good care of me, because we all know that Ruger has excellent customer service. A lot of people don't realize that this isn't my first rodeo with dealing with a defective firearm. So when I called Ruger and talked to a customer service associate, they basically told me that they had a 2-week turnaround. They are also kind enough to send me a prepaid label to ship the gun back. So basically I've got my gun repaired or at least serviced at no charge to me. And within 2 weeks I got my gun back, and I figured I would document the process after that point. So when I got home, I opened up the box and found the following items. I found a packing slip, a complimentary cleaning cloth, and my gun, wrapped in bubble wrap. The packing slip stated basically telling what I sent the gun in as the gun with no magazines or padlock or internal lock key or anything like that. And in the other comments, it states no magazines in bold. They're very keen on that, and I'll explain later. So in the additional notes of my packing slip, the items replaced was a magazine disconnect. I never really had any problem with that, but they obviously found something wrong with it. Then this is what I found interesting. Being that my gun was having issues extracting or ejecting an empty casing, they say the items repaired was the barrel. With further description, it says the pistol was received without magazines and we're unable to guarantee the function without the customer's magazines. Condition described may be magazine related. Please contact our customer service department for assistance at, and then they give you the phone number. Then they give you a description of what's going on with the repairs. After repair, the pistol was function fired 40 rounds of Federal Champion 36 grain copper plated hollow point without malfunction. Then it says, Dear Ruger customer, please accept this complimentary Ruger cleaning cloth as our way of saying thank you for your support of Ruger firearms. With warm regards, Ruger Customer Service Department. The million-dollar question is does the gun work? With a quick test out shooting on my property, I found that I had no issues with the firearm after being back from repair. It was having no problem extracting and ejecting the empty cartridges. I was shooting Remington Golden bullets, which aren't the greatest, but they're not the cheapest or crappiest either. Shooting in a rapid manner or even in excess, I found that the gun had no issues cycling at all. I was very pleased with this and happy that my SR22 was finally working right. To be honest, this is not the original footage of me testing the gun since it came back from repair. As you can see, it works perfectly fine and it's ejecting the shells like it's supposed to. But the problem is with my original test, I had another issue. The screw for the rear sight's elevation adjustment came loose and I lost it. And the little spring that actually kept tension on that rear sight was also lost. Fortunately, after looking around on the ground, I did find the screw, but never found that spring. So I've just had nothing but problems with this SR22. If it's not one thing, it's another. And I've just never had a good experience with it. I don't think this SR22 and I are even meant to get along, because it just keeps giving me guff no matter what I do.